there's this AI Scott Adams show, which has been running, and people were, I shared it once because...
Oh, they're like making videos of him or something?
Well, it's like they're keeping the show going. And he had said a number of times that he had wanted his, his likeness to be used publicly. And he said a couple of times, like many times over the years, that I want to be the first AI entity that goes on in perpetuity. And so someone actually took him up on it. However, towards the end, when he knew his health was fading, he did also come out and say, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore because I don't know if AI is ready for it. And so he said, maybe we just do something where it's like a Scott Jr., a son of Scott, but it's not actually me. And so there's this huge controversy over it because the estate has asked him to stop, but the guy is going to those other, permissions when he gave them on air and saying, well, look, he said this so many times. And so what's crazy though
is it on X or something?
It's, if you just AI Scott Adams on X, and no spaces or anything. And what's crazy though is the guy has the AI Scott Adams debating whether or not he should exist.
Oh gosh.
And like,
is this it right here?
Yeah. And if you, it's very realistic. Wow. It's very, very realistic.
Dazzling coalition of sharp-eyed skeptics and dawn-patrolling idea warriors. Welcome to the radiant hub of ruthless clarity, the prime locale where incisive logic, Steving Joe, and a healthy skepticism for the absurd come together like a well-orchestrated conspiracy. And if you want to rev this ride up until your razor-tuned synapses...
Bro, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm getting my chickens. I'm gonna get I'm just gonna wear some leathers that I get off a deer. I'm gonna make some deer hide leathers. I'm gonna get a big walking stick and I'm gonna walk through the field. I'm just gone. No more of this. Technology has gone too far. And goodbye.
We probably could have had this a lot earlier. Do you remember it was like literally 6 or 7 years ago at this point where someone perfectly modulated Jordan Peterson's voice?
Yeah.
And
what do you mean
came
we
out.
did that?
Yeah, well, he came out and he was like, "Oh, this is unacceptable. Please take this down. This is terrifying." That's kind of crazy.
Well, I remember that on this show, there was an AI voice a voice replicator of Joe Rogan. The first time this was ever done, it was a university that released this model where you could type something in and make Joe Rogan say it. And then I think they disabled it right away because they were like, okay, this is bad. And then a bunch of companies came out using that model, and now you can literally clone anybody.
Yeah.
I will say this. These for whatever reason, they have a hard time cloning my voice and cadence. I don't know why. It never sounds like me. But Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, Donald Trump, Ben Shapiro, it nails these voices. Yeah.
Well, it was 11 Labs was the big one, and then I think they just kept getting sued, so they took away the ability. You have to like verify that it's your voice.
Oh,
but if you
really?
can do if you can do a killer like Jordan Peterson, you can verify with your imitation and still keep the voice. Don't ask how I know that.
I actually know that because because
No.
I was using 11 Labs for some projects both before and after that that thing came out, and so I was just messing around with it, and I think we did like what did we do? We did a Charlie Kirk one, and I just had, and this obviously before everything happened, and I just had Charlie saying like funny stuff, and then I was sending it to him to just mess with him.
Yeah.
But we were just doing it as a proof of concept, and he thought it was hilarious. He's like, "When did I say that? I never said that." And but then we explained it to him. He's like, "This is really cool," and he was super into it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "We can do." He's like, "This could be a time maximizer. Like, I could type something, it could record it.
It's like
whatever."
Well, guys,
but I didn't have to verify it.
It was all these things we were supposed to be doing with AI that were going to unlock so much productivity. But when me and my friends got our hands on 11 Labs, we were just threatening each other with Ben Shapiro's voice. It's like, hypothetically speaking, if I were to kill you right now.
Have you've seen all the David Attenborough's
Dude,
I mean, you can go to YouTube and watch all kinds of videos. Like, there's a bunch of videos that are just talking about like space or physics or whatever. It's David Attenborough. His voice is doing.
There's the one where it explains memes with David Attenborough.
But here's my problem with it. That it can't replicate my speech patterns, cadence, or sound of my voice, because if it could, I could just have Tate do everything for me forever, and I could just leave with my chickens, and he could literally just go on Grok and be like, write a Tim Pool script, then he can upload it to 11 Labs and click send, and then it would just be a video of me every morning
We should be doing a Korean language model.
Not only that,
with
Tim,
English phonetic sounding words.
And that's been around forever too, where you can. We've done this actually. We took one of my morning segments and converted it into all these different languages.
You don't have.
But here's the thing.
I have that for my
YouTube
show.
does it already.
You don't have to do any of that.
YouTube does it already.
You can have a Moltbot, the AI agents. You can have one do that all for you every day. Just tell it, hey, this is what I want you to do. Give it the passwords to the YouTube channel, and it'll go ahead and generate the video.
I have that for my show now. So we have an Espanol, like Real America's Voice Espanol. So my show comes out in Spanish every day.
But
now.
YouTube does it automatically. That's the thing. Wow. So we were actually looking at AI services because we were like, hey, if we do, Timcast Spanish, Timcast French or whatever, it might not be a ton of viewership, but viewers are viewers. And then we actually got some samples because they're automated services. You just upload it and press go and it's done. And it's my mouth is moving in Spanish. So and I'm like, hola, mi amigos, bienvenidos. And then we decided not to do it because YouTube automatically integrated AI.
So they can just click it.
Yeah, apparently now like YouTube has integrated language stuff.
Well, the one other one, and of course he said no, but when Bannon went to jail in 2024, we pointed out that we could create an AI Bannon to do War Room while he was he adamantly opposed. I mean, he hates AI. He's like it's all the Antichrist. He doesn't want it at all. It's all demonic. He's actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, all AI, even Suno, is banned from War Room. He will not allow anything.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to launch Timcast AI as a channel and just see if it works. I'm going to be like, look, your choice. You want to listen to it or not?
2 hours of just AI IRL.
Well, I told ChatGPT, so I don't write scripts.
And then it gets better views.
Business.
And then what you do is you use a video generator and you just say, I got to be honest, you could get one of these agents like Phil's talking about and say, I need a 20-minute long video based on this script. Show examples and articles. It will pull them. It will do it for you. Like, we're there, bro. It's now. We were screwing around with Project Genie earlier, and we made the ICE Agent Minneapolis video game.
Yep.
We literally, you can't beat the protesters or anything like that.
Tim tried to give him a sword.
I did.
A wooden sword.
A boken.
Boken.
And it didn't work. It did not give
Did not give
I
him
wanted
the
the ICE agent to run around because it's just wood. Those aren't familiar. A boken is a long wooden katana-like instrument. They use them in Anaheim on horseback.
In Anaheim.
In Anaheim.
What's going on in Anaheim?
So I was down there for a protest like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And there are cops on horseback with boken, and they're riding around and they're wielding swords. They're wooden, though.
Right.
So they hurt. But
Okay. You could go
Yeah, like-
How much did they hurt, Tim?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get hit by one, but I did see. No, I'm kidding. So I asked ChatGPT. I don't write scripts. I just talk, right? I said, write a script about AI advancement in the style of Tim Pool. And it didn't really get it right because it started with, all right, so here's what's happening. I never do that. I always just press record and I go, over the last few years, artificial intelligence has just improved. It's accelerated. I don't mean marginal upgrades. I mean exponential shifts in capability. Systems that once struggled to complete basic sentences are now writing code, generating realistic video, analyzing legal documents, diagnosing medical images, and operating autonomous systems in real time. In the early 2020s, AI models were mostly reactive tools. You give them a prompt, they produce text, that was it. Now we're seeing multimodal systems, models that can this is crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't need, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go in 11 Labs and I'm gonna be like, I'm Tim Pool, here's my voice, hit me. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna be like, write a 20-minute long script. And then here's the issue. There are channels already doing this. They'll generate 40-minute long news reports. They'll take like 10 news articles, load them into an AI and say, convert these stories into a single news podcast. Then they'll do one of these fake person generators and they'll get like a young looking woman and she'll just be sitting there and it looks like she's in a bedroom and she'll be saying like, hey guys, so recently Mexico announced that they were going to resist any effort from the Trump administration and then they upload it. These videos get like 800 views. That's nothing, but they're uploading tens of thousands of them per week. And they're getting an estimated there was one video analysis I saw. Someone posted the back end on their channel is 150K. And they did because they were trying to market their service saying, I can teach you how to make this money off YouTube. The problem is, just like with X, it means all of the YouTubers' revenue is dropping dramatically. This is going to result in a world where only ubiquity sponsors are going to make money. So let me explain. So for us, for us on Timcast IRL, a large portion of the money we make comes from programmatic advertising. This is an advertiser goes on Google Ads, says, I want to run an ad. Google then says, let's put this ad on a series of videos. If these people are spam blasting massive amounts of videos, the ad dollars going into Google will always be around the same amount. It probably grows a little bit as the market's shifting, but with this exponential increase in AI content, the share is being spread out. So where we used to make X amount of dollars, we are now going to make X minus 20% because the share is being divvied up.
Okay, so it's like instead of making $200 a spot, you make $1 200 times.
Well, no. My point is,
they are.
If I make a video that gets 250,000 views, it'll probably get about $1,500 to $2,000.
Okay.
Now that the way it used to be was that would probably be $5,000. But because there's so much competition, an advertiser's video is going to appear on 10 times more videos. The share of money in the pool to go out is diminished.
Right.
On X, they had this problem. When X first launched payments, we were swimming in dough. It was amazing. I had one period where I got like 13 grand in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Just from me tweeting stupid things.
You don't tweet a lot.
I don't tweet a lot, and sometimes I tweet stupid things. And then what happened?
Not just sometimes.
Indians got on X, created a bunch of accounts, paid for verification, and then started mass replying to each other. They would say, good day, good day, good day. How are you? I'm good. And you? I'm fine. And the replies are what generates revenue. All of a sudden, people noticed their payments were dropping dramatically. People then found this network, complained to X, and said, these are fake accounts, not making real content or engagement, and they're pulling money out of the pool for actual creators. X said, okay, we're going to fix this. The problem we have right now, YouTube needs to ban AI-generated content like this. There are places where it's good. Like there's that YouTube channel, shout out to Skybrowse, who made that Elon Musk song. That's great work. He used AI video and AI music to make a great music video, and that's good, and he deserves to get paid for that. But taking news articles, AI generating a 40-minute news podcast, and then spam blasting them on X, that should be banned. Got to be banned.
Mm-hmm. And one of the other things that I've thought of as well, and I've tweeted this a few times, is look, X is a global site, of course, but not all companies are global, and obviously consumers are not global, right? Customers are not global. Customers are a physical person who lives in a physical place. So wouldn't it make sense then that if you're an advertiser, if you're trying to target a certain market, you're not trying, and you don't want your ad going to different countries, you could choose obviously where you want your ad to run, but then also that if your traffic is from another country, then shouldn't the advertising go out at the rate of, the market rate in that country versus your own country?
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.